shimmering, shiny objects is what I saw, Aries, when I felt the energy behind your cards. That's the first thing. And then the other thing that I heard was the rivers of fate. I know, that sounds really ominous. And that was what I heard. And then let's look at your cards here. I'm going to put this all together. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. So there's your shimmery, shiny objects. The Eight of Pentacles is like small, precise, well-crafted objects. Can be jewelry, you know? Maybe you guys have had to part with, and I say part with because now I'm looking at the Eight of Cups, part with some jewelry, and it's part of the rivers of fate, you know? And with the Eight of Cups, you are attached to these things. The Eight of Cups is always like, it's hard to it's parting with something that's difficult to part with. That's part of the Eight of Cups energy, and you've had to part with shimmering, shiny objects. Maybe these objects were precious to you. Maybe you have a collection that you guys have had to part with, or that's going to be happening this week for you, Aries. But that's what I'm getting. Let's see what's on the bottom. Ace of Swords. It seems like it's an idea. This might be, let's say you guys are short on money, and this is your grand idea for making money, is like pitching your old baseball cards, you know, selling them online. But they're like your precious. Whatever this is, it's like shiny, shimmering, and they're precious to you, but you've had to get rid of it. You're going to have to give it up, or you've had to give it up. But it's because of the rivers of fate, because fate has led you down this path to have to give it up. Very ominous. Let's see what else is on top. Okay, well, there's the Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles can speak of financial instability, right? It's living paycheck to paycheck. One paycheck on one hand, the other paychecks on the other hand. So that's the Two of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles has to do with practical worldly endeavors. So again, shimmering, shiny objects. These could be objects of value. This could be jewelry. This could be baseball cards, like I said. And then looking at strength, you guys have held on to this stuff for a while. So again, I'm getting a sense of a collection. Stuff that you wouldn't have parted with unless fate led you down this path. Maybe you were planning on holding on to these things for a long ass time, and now you've realized, shit, I gotta part with it to deal with some kind of instability on a physical world level. Could just be financial instability and you're selling these things, or something like that. Now let's pull some more cards and see if we can dig a little bit deeper with the Oracle cards. Tell me more about what's going on with Aries. Aries? Anything else? Oh wow, alright. So we got Mars coming out with Aries. That is you guys being super pissed. Or whoever this person is. Now keep in mind, this could be just somebody you're dealing with who is having to give up something that they find precious, shimmering, and shiny. It's their precious. They're basically like Gollum. And they're pissed. They're actually super pissed that they have to give this thing up. And yet it's fate. So maybe you're supposed to give it up. Let's see what other cards there are on top. I want to see more. Oh, wait, that's tarot cards. Pull from the right deck. That'll help. Wow. Capricorn, the number 8, and the ship. This was going to be something that you held on to for the long haul. This was like a family heirloom. You were going to pass this on to your child. There were really no plans to actually ditch this. And that's part of the reason why you're pissed. And yet, there's a sense that if you want to maintain your lifestyle, the number 8 is maintenance and protection. You kind of end up having to do this. You kind of end up having to give up. In this case, it's almost like shipping something off. It's like, imagine saying goodbye to, well, you're putting your baseball cards in their package and they're getting shipped, maybe literally, to the person who's purchasing them. But there's a sense of goodbye. There's a sense of goodbye, saying goodbye to something that you've held on to for a long time for the sake of having stability, for the sake of maintaining stability. All right, let's see what's on the bottom. The ear. Well, that's interesting. Why is the ear here? Oh, okay. So the ear's next to Jupiter. It's an opportunity. So maybe somebody came up to you and said, hey, I'll buy those from you for, I don't know, $1,000. And you were like, oh shit, this is my opportunity to sell my baseball cards. Well, I wasn't planning on selling them, but because I have heard about this opportunity, or maybe it just came up in your Facebook feed that, you know, or somebody told you. This opportunity is just more like it's been brought to your attention because it's next to the ear. It's been brought to your attention that by getting rid of the shiny, the precious, your precious, you actually have a chance of keeping your longer term stability. But yeah, you're pissed that you do have to give up this thing you've been holding on to for a long time. Let's pull advice and see if maybe there's another way. Maybe you guys don't have to give this up. Let's pull advice, or see if maybe it's just not worth holding on to anyway. Maybe it's played itself out. Maybe it's time for you to, maybe it was always meant to be used in this moment, right? Let's see what the cards have to say for advice for you guys. Anything else? Okay. Whoa, the Empress with the World. Okay, so imagine that this is property and you've held on to this property because it's like a family, you know, it's your grandmother's house and you wanted to pass it down to your kids, but you know, circumstances happen and you have to get rid of it. Well, guess what? It's a good time to sell. The World with the Empress is something looking really good for the sake of the world. It's like the market's really good. The market's really good in terms of selling the house because, again, we are talking about getting rid of your precious. So the market is really good for it and you're gonna get like top dollar. It's a good time to sell the precious thing. On the bottom, we have Six of Wands. You stand to gain a lot from this. You do stand to gain, even though there's loss. Right underneath the Six of Wands, there's a Five of Pentacles. There's a sense of loss, but you went out. You went out. The 6 is greater than the 5, okay? You lose out small, but you win out bigger than what you lost. Oh, let's take a look at the next couple cards because I just saw the Death card as I was about to pick up the cards. The Death card with the Page of Wands and the Six of Swords, those are the next cards coming up. And this is like basically saying your advice is death. Sell it. Get rid of it. And yeah, it might make you, again, the Page of Wands is pissed. You might be pissed off that you have to do it. Six of Swords is something that you have difficulty doing. It's something that Six of Swords is anything that you have difficulty accepting and processing or physically accomplishing. But Six of Swords is mental, so it's more of like a mental tribulation. If there is a physical component, it's a mental tribulation, but it's saying do it, get rid of it, sell it, sell the precious. Let's see what we got out of the Oracle cards. This is jewelry. You know, the price of gold is really high right now. You will get top dollar for that piece of jewelry. You know, whatever it is a good time to get rid of it. It is a good time. And then as I say that, Jupiter. Yet again, Jupiter is a blessing and it's an opportunity. Yeah, it's an opportunity for you personally. It's an opportunity that means you give up something that's physical, but you gain something that is non-physical, but it's better for you, like to your benefit. Like maybe you get, you know, a cozier life and you've sold your house and you moved to a small apartment. So it does feel like scaling down, and there is a feeling of giving something up, like I said. And you're still this person is frustrated about giving something up. That's the Manticore here, because they either plan to have it or have worked hard to get it. It was not something they planned to get rid of. And yet, the advice here is to downscale. It's to don't think about what you're losing, think about what you're gaining for yourself, like your own sanity, your own peace of mind. Selling this gives you greater autonomy. Maybe you're freer. You know, maybe you were tied down to this property or thing, or you were attached to it. And this just gives you the ability to focus on yourself, maybe use those resources more directly for yourself without, maybe they were a distraction. Maybe if it was a property can be a distraction, just maintaining property. And maybe you've lost that, but now you can focus on yourself. So there is something to be gained here that's more specific to Aries, which is like the self and your inner child. So that's a chance also for play, especially contrasted to Capricorn. It's like maybe you've given up something that was very grown-up like and forced you into like a grown-up like lifestyle, and now you can be more of a kid, and that's the benefit. All right, Aries, that's going to be your reading. If you guys want to find out more about what's going on with your sign, I have more readings for you on Patreon. So links are below or in my profile. Click on that. And I have monthly readings and love readings. So go ahead and check that out if you're interested or if you just want to support my work. I'd really appreciate it. With that, I'll see you guys next time.